deuces, that was for sure. He flexed his fingers around his cards and fixed a thoughtful gaze on Gonzalez. In the past, Tristan had dickered his way out of similar trouble. Never when he had lost so much money, of course, but even Gonzalez could be persuaded to be reasonable, if given enough incentive. Mouth dry, tongue thick, Tristan said, "Do you recall seeing my wife, Francisco?" Nudging back his sombrero, Gonzalez fixed Tristan with dark, questioning eyes, his swarthy face cast into eerie shadow by the flickering flames. "I recall seeing her, yes. Why do you ask, city man?" Tristan forced the tension from his shoulders. The blackness of the night seemed to press in on him from all sides, and he felt swallowed by it. "She's a remarkably lovely woman, my wife. Don't you agree?" Gonzalez fanned his cards and studied them, his speculative smile flashing teeth stained brown by tobacco. "See, city man, remarkably lovely." The gurgling sound from the nearby stream filled the quiet between his words and emphasized his hesitation. "But what has she to do with our game, eh?" Tristan stretched his mouth into a grin. "I was just thinking, I'll bet it's been a while since you've had it with a real lady." "A pregnant one, you mean?" Johnson came out of his drowsy stupor long enough to guffaw at the joke. Tristan shot him a glare and said, "By the time we find the Mustangs and get back to my place with a herd, she'll have dropped the brat." Gonzalez's smile broadened. "And you will be a very happy man?" Tristan leaned slightly forward. "No, you don't understand. You could be a very happy man. Think of it. A woman like Laura, hair and eyes the color of whiskey. Being a Mex, you probably haven't had it with a blonde." A spark of interest crept in Gonzalez's expression. "Are you offering to let me diddle your wife, city man?" "I was thinking more along the line of lending her to you for a time." "Lending her to me?" the Mexican repeated. Heartened by the sudden heat in Gonzalez's gaze, Tristan shrugged. "I'm running a little short on funds. An honorable man covers his bets. All I've got of value is my woman. But what a woman! Skin the color of cream and nipples so sweet and pink you'll think you've latched on to cherry blossoms." Gonzalez rested his wrist on his knee, the faces of his cards pressed against his grimy denim pant leg. Eyes glinting, he turned a smile on the others. After a moment, he looked back at Tristan and said, "I've sucked my share of pink tits, amigo." "She's a lady, Gonzalez, a genuine lady. In the past, I'll bet you've watched women like her from afar, wanting but unable to take." Gonzalez chuckled. "Wanting and not taking, that is not my way, city man. Surely you know me better than that by now. It is true enough that your wife is very lovely. Before I ever met you, I had heard tales about her from the miners who saw her when you passed through Denver. Not many women have hair and eyes that color." Tristan nearly whooped with relief. "Then we have a deal?" For a moment, Gonzalez seemed to consider the offer. "I am not so sure. Why should I settle for temporary possession? After I grew bored with her, a beauty such as she would bring a very fine price down Mexico way. As you say, women with her coloring are rare among my people." Tristan sensed a sudden change in the other men. Those near the fire moved away from him. Those in the darkness behind him abandoned their bedrolls. Fear crawled up his spine.